drink, dirty or virgin, common waters or whiskey or gin. You don't have to be coy. Here's Ricky and Joy.
Hello, and welcome to Nightcap. That's not my face, this is my face. Welcome to Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show consisting of two friends unwinding with the topics that are making us hot. I have decaf coffee, and this is the wonderful Miss Joy. I'm a real person, Nickens.
Yo, what's up?
Excellent. You have anything to drinks?
I do. I actually have banana milk. Yes. It is Korean AF. Banana uyu.
Banana nana.
Banana uyu. Banana milk. Delicioso.
Oh my gosh. Did I ever tell you my joke dealing with like almond milk? Why I'm so anti-almond milk?
Why?
Because I think about those poor little almonds.
I actually had some we had almond milk and we had walnut milk. It's good.
Oh, walnut milk?
I know. I'm telling you, a year or two ago, I was so against nut milk, all sorts of nut milks. I was like, nut milk? Why we gotta have nut milk? But now I'm like, yo, this is good.
I am not anti-nut milk. I am anti-walnut milk. Because that's just not a flavor that I like. I can understand like almonds and like cashews, but like walnut, because it has such a distinct taste. I don't necessarily think like, oh yeah, walnut can go with cereal.
I mean, and it's all these things I've not had with cereal. I like the almond milk and the walnut milk. I actually put hot chocolate mix in it. And I just use it in the hot chocolate, and it tastes wonderful.
Okay, any sort of nut milk with chocolate, I think would go well.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think that that's a good.
It is not
indicator of the goodness of the nut being milk. Though at Starbucks, when I was working there, back when I worked at Starbucks, somebody asked for nut milk. Like, yeah, can I get some of that nut milk?
Okay, sir.
Yes, and shout out to Mr. Rodney.
Yeah, hey Rodney.
Rodney says he does not like banana flavored stuff, and then he was like, "Is walnut milk better than almond milk?" Because I'm not a fan of regular almond milk.
I'm not a good judge of it right now. I just say all of it's good. I like that it's creamy.
Okay.
That's my best review.
You know what? My big problem with any milk that is other than soy milk is that when you're frothing coconut milk or almond milk, the consistency is not thick enough to make a good froth.
It's not.
It's not good. Soy makes a really good froth, and I think that's the reason why it was probably standard for so long. But then people are like, "Oh, the estrogen, it's gonna make men grow boobs." But like, I'm like, I like my perky A's.
Oh my god! At least you got some A's over there. It took me years to get some A's. Dude.
Well, I mean, it took me a good 20-something years. Oh my gosh. Speaking of that, I'm just like, me saying that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm almost 30.
Look,
I know.
You and me both.
I know. There's something.
Are you scared?
I don't think I'm scared. I don't know. 30 is just really weird. Like, also like 27, I think was also really weird for me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, if I don't die, like, I guess like in the back of my mind, all the brilliant people that died at 27, I was like, oh, brilliant people die at 27. And then when I made it to 28, I was like, I think I posted on Twitter, like, oh, this is like the most disappointing day of my life.
Oh,
like,
my
I'm not
God.
brilliant. Like, I didn't die young. 27 Club.
Plenty of people
Winehouse.
die. Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
Many more.
I mean, you're brilliant whether you die or at 27 or not. So it would just be a tragic, brilliant mind that left the earth too soon.
Oh, that's true. And plus those people flew too close to the sun. So
yeah.
I am far away from the sun. The sun.
The sun.
The sun. I don't know why that's funny. I'm not even drinking. And then Rodney says, "You are only as young as you feel," and I feel like an old person. I love having conversations with people in their 100s, and I ask them advice. I'm like, "How did you become 100?" And they're just like, "You live a good life." I was like, did you exercise every day? I went for walks. Like, that doesn't count. Nowadays, that doesn't count, going for walks. I'm like, that doesn't count. And then I'm like, I also love asking them for love advice. A coworker of mine had an issue with her boyfriend. And so I said to one of my old ladies, I was like, "Oh, well, what would you do if your boyfriend or partner was giving you a hard time?" And she was like, "Well, then I would have to give him a hard time back."
Yes. Preach. Yes.
If he was making me unhappy, I would make him unhappy. And I was like, ooh.
Give it back. Serve it back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Rodney says, "I feel like a big-ass kid." Laugh out loud.
Yep.
See, that's why we like you.
Same here. It's crazy because I was talking to my coworkers about feeling old too, and a lot of them they were like, "Oh, I was born in '92 or I was born in '95," and I was like, "Babies!" Yeah. Oh my god! And it's letting them know, since I'm pretty much the oldest in the group. I'm like, "Look, 25, I think, was my shining year, and then 26 on down has just been downhill, health wise."
Yeah,
it's been like, what is this? And I have chin hairs now, and my hip hurts, and my back hurts, and what kind of foolishness? So much stuff has happened, and I'm just like, do I really have to go to the doctor? I don't know. Can I afford it?
yes, you can, and yes, you.
I have health insurance. I just don't. Just even thinking about going to a doctor, I don't even have a primary doctor. I have a neurologist, and I already was like, F that guy at this point. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. I'm just so, I just don't even want to think about it, but I know I have to think about it. So
I found a gray hair, and I told Cupid it's because of him, because I didn't have grays before him. So I think Cupid is the cause. I have a gray hair that grows here, and I have a gray hair that grows here, and that one's a new one. That one's fresh gray hair.
I have too. It's on the side. It's somewhere in there, but it's on the side. And I was like, yeah, gray hair.
Okay, Rodney, look at us complaining about our minuscule grays.
Old, young.
I know. There's something about feeling the changes, going to pick something up and going, ugh, what just happened? Who said that?
I was talking to my other coworker, and I was like, what's crazy? My hand itched, inside. I was like, what do? Use your other, what happens when the inside of your hands are itchy? I've never experienced this in my 20-something years of life, ever.
You use both hands, and then you fix both, and then you are, ah.
No, it was this didn't even seem plausible. I was like, oh God, I would wash my hands, and then they would just get so irritated and itchy, and I was like, what are itchy hands?
There's only one explanation for that.
What is it? I don't know what that means.
Itchy palms.
What does that mean?
You spent too much time on Tumblr.
Oh my God, no way. I miss Tumblr, may it rest in peace. I don't have, I miss it so much.
It's okay, because Twitter got 1,000 times dirtier.
No,
It got really dirty. It takes a second to find it, but
I need to find some more pages because I only found one, and then I only see stuff because other people retweeted it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. But I'm not gonna save it anymore. I'm not gonna save it on my bookmarks or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just haven't.
No, that's why you need to have another Twitter. My problem is that I had my regular Twitter, and then I had my Nightcap Twitter.
Oh.
And it was funny because I tried, and then I have a dirty Twitter, but the dirty Twitter was the last thing that I got, and I accidentally on my watch, the Twitter app on the watch wasn't working right, so I was trying to send a message to somebody else, and it got sent to the wrong person on the wrong account. Now I'm blocked from one of my heroes.
Wait, you're blocked from your what?
I'm blocked from a person on Twitter that I used to like messaging, but she probably thought that I was creepy.
Oh my god, no! Did you never explained to her oh, I'm so sorry, that was my other Twitter,
the Apple Watch messed up.
Oh my god.
So now I have to use Nightcap to message this person, to follow and message. But it's annoying though, because I like to do Nightcap for just Nightcappy things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No. Twitter. No. I only have the one Twitter.
Oh yeah, no. Make a dirty Twitter. It's fun.
I don't know, because Twitter makes me feel very I'm not really excited to go on there as much as I am. Oh, sorry. I'm not excited to go on there as it is as I'm trying to be aware of the news very fast.
All I have to say is get a dirty Twitter, and you'll be as excited to go on Twitter as you were Tumblr.
Yeah. Yeah, because the way that I'm doing it now, which hasn't been for a while, but it's just been the P-Hub and X-Video and something else, some other website. And I was like, it takes so long to find something that I actually like and then be able to focus on it for a bit. This feels like work now.
Yeah, no. Follow the people that you like the goal is to follow the people that have interests similar to yours. That way they're curating it for you. You don't even have to look for it. Bada bing. Mr. Rodney says that he has 2 gray hairs on his widow peak, but he usually just cut them off. And talking about dirty Twitter, yeah, it really did. Most of the people from Tumblr are now on Twitter. Why are we all such pervs? You know what?
It's normal.
First and foremost, it's normal. Secondly, I cut one of my clients' hair. And it's funny, I was talking to him about, I was like, oh, can you believe that your grandson that's going to be born soon, within the month, can you believe that he's not going to know what a VHS is? And he was like, yeah, what about, or beta? And I was like, and I made a joke. I was like, what? And then he laughed. I was like, oh, why did you have a beta? And he's like, no, I waited for that to simmer down. He's like, what I did was I waited to see what the pornography was getting moved, being made into. And that was the method, or that was the technology that he thought would stay, is whatever porn is,
Oh my God.
And if you think about it, it's actually true. VHS, there's porn. Laserdisc, no porn. And then I said to him, I was like, yeah, can you believe that the internet could have been gone if people didn't have pornography? Imagine that if there was no porn on the computer, boom, what's the internet?
Right? Internet. What's that? I don't understand. I swear I watched something where they were internet, and they had to explain it. And it's like, what's the internet? And I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. I can't think of what it is now, but yeah. Betamax tapes. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Just think about what's that one? Ultraviolet. That was gone. Boom. That came out and went away.
Because I still Like, I know I could just buy DVDs, but I just actually bought 2 DVDs a couple weekends ago.
Mhm.
And I think it does have like Blu-ray, ultraviolet, 4D, whatever the heck they're doing.
4K.
4K. Yeah, there we go.
It's 4K.
I'm old. 4K, Blu-ray, blah blah blah. I'm like, I have a PS4. Like, as long as it plays on that, I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, those things. I'm like, I don't care what format it is.
Well, the issue with the 4K thing is that you need a 4K television in order to see it in 4K. Rodney said he forgot all about ultraviolet discs. I didn't.
Oh yeah, they were a thing.
Yeah.
Still a thing? Not a thing.
I don't think they're I think they're dead. Well, also, if you think about it, discs are dying just in general.
Yeah.
I don't think as of right now, I think physical format will be around for maybe another 30, 40 years, because you got to think that our parents' generation, they're going to want something physical. But like once they're gone, then physical will probably be dead, because we have no problem being like, oh yeah, I own it. Like, it's on my hard drive. It's
on the internet, whatever. I don't need to own it.
Yeah, but when it comes to like, don't even get me started about, oh, it's on the internet. You know why? Because I wanted to watch Dead Like Me, and it was on Hulu for the longest time, and I own the DVDs, but it's just easier to look it up on Hulu.
Yeah.
So I was being lazy, and I was like, oh man, it's not on Hulu, and I still haven't watched it. I'm like, I really want to do, like, I want to do some rewatching of TV shows that I really liked. I was gonna say, I am reading an online comic thanks to Opal.
Yay! Shout out to Opal. I miss her.
Opal.
Love her.
And I don't know, I guess it's made by Line, like the company that has, it's like the Asian
Line.
Line.
Webcomic series. Like they're go ahead, their company, yeah.
Oh right. So Line is a company that's sort of like WhatsApp, but it's like for like Korean and Asian countries. And so it's a webcomic called True Beauty. And so this is the synopsis. After binge watching beauty videos on YouTube, a shy comic book fan masters the art of makeup, then sees her social standing skyrocket as she becomes her school's prettiest pretty girl, literally overnight. But will her elite status be short-lived? How long can she keep her real self a secret? And what about a cute boy she likes? Could you imagine if he found out the truth? But the greatest thing about her is that the character is like really dorky and geeky. And so like she's like really cute with her makeup, and sometimes they'll do like the cute little like anime like faces. But it's so funny because then she does like the derpiest faces in the world, like troll face, like that.
Oh my god.
Where it's just like not, where it's not comparable. Oh, and this is the first time she puts on makeup.
Oh god.
So yes, I'm reading it. It is fluff. There's nothing nutritional about it. It is purely bubblegum. But sometimes I think I take myself a little too seriously. So to have a little eye candy thing is okay, you know. Rodney says he has a Line account. I talked to my Japanese friends there, and Kako talked for my Korean friends.
Cacao,
like chocolate. Choco taco.
No, I think I have. Oh, what just happened? Oh no. Ricky? Oh no. Oh, it's gone. Wait. It's still live, I think. Are you?
My
There you go.
computer fell asleep.
Oh my god!
I
was
hate-
like, what is happening?
I did that for dramatic effect.
Oh Jesus!
Choco Taco.
Uh,
Have you been reading or doing anything fun?
I was gonna say I have a line account too, but I don't have a line account. I have Cacao Talk as well, but no. I've been reading. I kind of been trying to breeze through a couple of comics, really, and I'm currently reading Crowded. I have the. What is it? The trade. I have volume 1, the trade of Crowded. So I've been reading some comic books and comic books that Baby gave me a while back. And then I went to the comic book store and I picked up a whole bunch of comics from my full list. So I'm trying to read through those. Yeah, so we reread together like different stuff in bed. Like, yeah,
that's so cute.
Thank you. And the one show, I haven't played video games in a while now since the whole Kingdom Hearts 3 and just taking a break from video games. The one show I will full on recommend right now is that I finished and it just came back is Barry. If you guys have HBO or anything like that, okay, Barry is Bill Hader. You know Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live and Trainwreck and whatever other. It's about Bill Hader being a bodyguard. I mean, I'm sorry, lies. Bill Hader is a hitman, and he's damn good at it. And he gets so sick of being in that world, and he has a handler that constantly like tries to drag him back in and come on, Barry, you got to do this, and we're gonna make a lot of money and blah blah blah. And then he ends up wanting to be an actor, and he's never acted before in his life. And Henry Winkler is the actor.
The Fonz. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so funny, but then it's also very scary. Like it gets intense. Barry, Barry. It's so good. Like I just wanted to try it because my best friend she let me use her account and like let me check it out, and I was like, all right, I'll check this out, and I got hooked. It's so good. I like Bill Hader too. Like I liked him before all this.
He's Stefan.
Yeah, like, and you would think like he is capable of so many roles. Like he's not just like, I'm Bill Hader and blah blah blah. Like he's capable of playing so many characters. So when he did Barry, he plays like a serious, nah man, I don't think I can do this, and like I'm just gonna kill that guy or whatever. In the acting class, and he's just like, I have to do this. Goodbye. And then everyone's like, what are you doing? Like it's such a good show. And they just came back for season 2 and they left it on a cliffhanger. And it's he co-created it too. So it's not like he's just acting and calling it a day. Like he's behind the scenes and stuff. So please check out Barry.
Oh, and also that's really good. That way he's got his hands in the pot. That way it'll seem, like genuine. You know what I mean?
It's not like him. All right, well, someone made this role for me. Like, no, he made it with another guy. So yeah, Barry is good. Very, very good. I can't even. It's not just good, but yeah, I can't wait to get into it after I read all my comments and stuff.
I was going. Okay, so we had plans to watch the first episode of the new Twilight Zone. We were supposed to watch that tonight, but he needed to catch up on Housewives. So I was reading that comic while he was watching Housewives, and it made me very upset. And so he was like, "No, I'm gonna catch up. We'll have enough time." And then It was like 10, I think it was like 10:07. And he was like, okay, can we start it now? I'm like, no, there's not enough time.
No, because we got to do the show. And
yeah, I was like, I'm like, it's cutting it close. So, but we will be watching that, like very shortly. Oh, did I tell you that we saw You?
No, but I was told to check that out.
All right, so we watched You.
Okay. On Netflix.
Oh no, wait, not You. What's the movie about the family?
Oh, Us?
Us, sorry.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Oh my God. I want to watch it though.
Okay. I would say not super scary.
Okay, good.
Okay, so not super scary.
I want to see it.
Thing that makes me laugh. So me and Cupid are really, like, I am so good at guessing the endings to movies, like really good. And halfway through, he was like, he like guessed like one of the twist. And I was so mad at him because I was like thinking it, but he said first. So he won. And it was funny listening to the people, like literally to the seats next to us, say like, oh, and I was like, that's right. And the girl was like, no, that's not what that means. And I was like, yes, it is. And like, I turned to the side and I was like, and her boyfriend was like, yep. He was like, yep, that's it. So it was like awesome. And then it was so good. And then he was like, no, and then Cupid was like, shut up. I was like, no, she like thought that the thing wasn't the thing. And he was like, oh, I thought that they were mad at me I thought that they heard me. I was like, no, shut up. Yeah, no, because he was like concerned, and I like snuck like, you know those Smart Pop popcorn bags?
Oh yeah.
I snuck that in. Okay, so whenever I sneak something in to the movie theater, like I brought my tote bag once, and I put papers, that way it looked like I was writing a paper about the thing. That way they were on top instead of the snacks. And then like, so when we went to go see, what is it, Us? Yeah, not You, but Us. Okay. So when I went to go see Us, I didn't have my tote bag with me. So I was like, frig, what am I going to do? So then I have my hoodie on. I'm carrying my coat in. My coat is like wrapped around my arm, but it's not because I'm like holding it tight because I want to make sure stuff doesn't fall out. And all I was thinking of is like, wow, if security were to just like if I were security, I'd be like, this person's like bringing in a gun. Like, I'd be like, why?
No.
Well, because whenever I go into the movie theater, I'm like, I'm going to get shot. I'm like, I'm getting shot like every single time. And not even like, because I realize that that's probably why they have like tiered like openings now. Like where it's like, you know, if it comes out on Friday, like Thursday midday, the premiere actually starts. That way it's not like, oh, look, 12 o'clock, we're starting it. Boom, shooter.
It's annoying. I don't have time for any of that stuff. And speaking of like, because I'm reading the comment too, I saw people say that they got their tickets. I wasn't even thinking about it. I really don't even want to buy it personally. I'd rather wait it out until, it's not as chaotic to watch it, but I have to avoid the internet for several days to not see anything. Avengers.
Well, in my I think we talked about this when the Avengers came out. I was like, this is awesome. Like, boom. Like, his plan is amazing. Like, the world will be better if just half of the population didn't exist. Okay, boom. Like, all right, the planet saved. I was like, with the exception of mass genocide, I was like, good for Thanos.
Oh my gosh.
No, I was like, seriously, he just like saved the world. Like, and he wasn't like prejudiced. He wasn't like, only like kill all the black people, like kill all the Jews. He was like, no, equal opportunity. Superheroes, non-superheroes, regular people. Like he could have been like, all superheroes dead. That way I'm supreme ruler. No, he was like, boom. He was like, you know, like, no, good for him. He didn't discriminate. Like, just imagine that it was like asteroids randomly hitting people. Like, boom. But now like people got jobs. There's air. There's food. Also, so we have somebody new called Calvin Jung, and he says, have you seen the movie Triumph of the Will? And then Rodney says, there were actually a lot of people who liked what happened. Never get superhero movies when the villain actually wins.
Yeah, I like that Marvel has taken I think it's elevated superhero movies where you actually empathize with the villain. Because are they really the villain as much as they are out of the box thinkers now?
In acting, you're taught that you're not allowed to judge your characters' methods or what they do. Like you're not supposed to judge your character. That's how you play like cartoon Sunday morning superhero. It's like like I'm evil. And it's yes, because the villain is the hero of their own story, and you need to. So like let's say if you're playing a character that mass genocides, you know, blah, 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 people, and even if in the story it doesn't say why you do that, you can come up with rationale behind it and thinking like, okay, well, like even if it's not in the storyline, you could be like, okay, well, like this is my rationale for doing it. There is a greater good that I see. Maybe the world doesn't see it, but I see it. And that's what you have to play towards. Because if you play, I'm killing people to kill people, it's so cartoony and nobody would ever take you seriously.
Exactly. That sounds like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, the villain is the hero of their own story.
Ooh. So I looked up that Triumph of the Will. Thanks, Calvin. Like I was just looking it up briefly as you were speaking. It is a 1935 Nazi propaganda film, directed, produced, edited, and co-written by Lenny. Something with the last name. This begins with R. Riefenstahl. Wow, no, I've never seen this, but
Riefenstahl.
Riefenstahl. Okay, good, because I was like, I don't know how to say it. I definitely don't think I would have seen this in my middle school, but my middle school, charter school, they really made sure that we got into our heads about the oh my God, the Holocaust. Like we went on Holocaust trips. Like we definitely had Holocaust survivors. Like we met and we talked a lot about it in length during middle school. And I was starting to think, am I Jewish? Like it was so bad. Like we were like, it really made me empathize a lot. And I definitely would have, this probably would not have been a good movie for me to see back in the day, but now I could probably check it out. It says it chronicles the 1934 Nazi Party Congress in Nuremberg, which was attended by more than 700,000 Nazi supporters. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm trying to like briefly go over it real quick, but it's, my gosh.
Well, apparently, Lenny, her camera work technique, such as moving cameras, aerial photography, and the use of long focus lenses to create a distorted perspective, and the revolutionary approach when using music with cinematography, have earned its recognition as one of the greatest propaganda films in history.
Wow. Okay, lady. Let's go. And I know it's crazy because it's people make it seem like one day, like, oh, they're just Nazis. Like, no, people, it wasn't just one way or the other. I mean, it had to be a culmination of things and thoughts and ideas, and people were definitely afraid of, you know, standing up and opposing, but it's just like that wasn't just one day everyone just decided to get up and do stuff. It was over a period of time, and of course propaganda videos and stuff like that. And now,
well, I mean, and also I think that that when the general public when they're being fed propaganda, it's easier for them to make decisions that are not fully thought out. Because they are drinking the Kool-Aid, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh, did I ever tell you about the girl that I met at Rocky Horror, and her relatives are German, like from Germany, and she was like, yeah, like my grandparent, either grandparents or great grandparents, I think they might have been like, she was like, yeah, they like when Hitler was like rising up in power, she'd be like, oh, they said like, oh, he wants to do this, that's good, he wants to do that, that's good, so they like funded him, and then he started burning books, and they were like, no, that's too far.
Oh my god. It's like, no, we don't need to.
Yeah. But also, according to my like World Civ 2 class, I think it was 2, World Civ 2, the thing about the Jews, a lot of people, like, since the Jews lived in their own societies, like they lived in their own towns, so like people would be like, oh, like it'd be like a long list of like stuff that Hitler wanted to do, and then it'd be like, yeah, and eradicate the Jews, and they were like, well, we don't know any Jewish people, but all that other stuff sounds really great.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? What? All right, but what?
Yeah, it was like the build a wall situation where like people are like, oh, wait, you want to do a lot of stuff? Oh, he thinks he's gonna build a wall. Well, that's probably not gonna happen, but like
everything else seems okay.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about Russia this time. So I was getting off of Germany real quick. Russia, it was a woman who was saying how before Y2K happened, Russia had this they had this president, and this president started to become really like sporadic and very kind of erratic in general. And the woman who lived in Russia at the time, she was like, yeah, every year they have this ceremony thing for the new year and everything. And this dude, like a day before the new year was supposed to hit and Y2K was supposed to happen, this dude goes on and says he resigns in front of the nation. And guess who he puts into power? Putin. Like they were just like, all right, cool. And so at then she was like, all right, back then, and she is a queer woman. She was like, oh, yeah, we didn't think much about it because you can be openly queer out in Russia. It wasn't a problem. Yeah. But then years later, there's certain things, like you said, there'd be things that he was like, oh, for the country, for the people, Russia first, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually little things would be sprinkled in, like, okay, now they're having these anti-LGBT stuff. And then and then it had to do with adoption. And she adopted 2 kids, and they had this law that they put up, and then a week later it went into effect. Like, oh, if you're LGBT couple and you have adopted children, they can't be in the country. And she was like, oh my God, they have to, like, they really had to go. Excuse me. She had to take children and send them to America. And I was like, this is some bull. Like, are you serious?
That's some Handmaid's Tale stuff.
So she's like, yeah, I went and I had to leave too. I was like, why? I'm not going to leave my kids, my teenage kids in a country by themselves. And we're just in Russia. And then she was like, she said that she used to be like a big time editor at a magazine. And she was getting hit with claims of LGBT propaganda. And some people didn't like it. Yeah. And she's like, nah, I gotta go. I can't do this. So yeah, people are like, oh, this is good, this is bad. Like, no, people okayed this at some point in time. So, yeah.
Woo! Ooh. Notice how we never. It's so funny. I think the goal of the show is to always keep it light and airy, And we always like
Getting some topics real quick.
woo.
There was one other thing, just since we're gonna go real quick. I just want to go back to Trump. I saw this video on Twitter where it's a Vice, Vice, the company Vice.
Yeah.
They have like, documentaries and interviews and stuff. They had a group of women sitting around, and they had this one lady that focused on her, the camera, and she was like, "Oh, well, like I voted for Trump as a joke," and there was a bunch of like women of color around her, and they were like, "Are you kidding me?" And she's like, "No. I was a supporter of Bernie Sanders, and I thought, like he's a Jewish guy, like I'm a Jewish girl, and I just figured like I wanted to vote for him, but like his name wasn't on the ballot, and I really didn't care about either one of them. But then I was in the ballot room for like so many minutes, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put Trump." And the girl next to her was like, the audacity, like the privilege that just comes from what you just said. And she's like, no. I was joking. And then they were like, what part of that is a joke? Like, that's not a joke. You can't joke like that. And she's like, no, I didn't mean it as a joke. And then they're like, but you just said that it was a joke. Like, you just said it was a joke. And she's like, I'm just trying to say. And I was like, oh God, like you can't like stop thinking like that is what makes the countries as they are. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna put Harambe and think I'm gonna like it won't affect me. You're like, yes, it does, you idiot. You can't just do that. You're insane. Like, come on now. You really take it seriously. It's one thing, and I was trying to tell my coworker this too. I'm like, if voting costs money, it would be like, I would understand if I had to pay like $20 to vote in my own election. I'd be like, oh, we really like, y'all got to get it together. But it's free to vote. Like, I can understand, oh, I can't afford to vote, blah, blah, blah. But no, it's literally free to vote. There isn't a thing. So I don't understand why it's a problem where people are like, oh, I don't want to do it. It's too much. I can't handle it. Like, I'm not saying you have to vote for a certain person. I'm just saying you should at least vote somewhere. So, I just want to say that because I don't like when people just have these like empty excuses for not doing things.
Yeah.
So, National Social Party was at a mere 20% for the propaganda and the same deception that led to. Yeah, see, it's like people tend to forget all the small steps that it take, and they just remember, and then they were just there. No one was just there. People were there. There were steps that were taken. And that could be said for, like you said, like the party. There's a lot of people that are still in power because of certain things. And I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm not no expert. But yeah, it's just a lot of people do crazy things and they think, oh, it's crazy, but no.
But actually, the interesting thing about power in America is that the backswing that everything sort of caused, where like you're seeing that like more women are in Congress, and so that's like the interesting thing.
I love it.
Like sometimes you need to think, like long term, and maybe a Trumpian, a Trumpian president might have paved the way. That way, somebody that is more like a Bernie can actually take full swing and take effect because you had something so starkly different that people are like, okay, you know what? Maybe we're ready for that change that we weren't ready for at this period of time.
True.
Like that's like, I don't know. Sometimes I look at the big picture.
No, it makes sense. I'm worried because I'm worried that he is going to get elected again. But then I kind of, if it's to happen, I would rather have it happen so that he doesn't get elected anymore. Like how with Bush. Like you got him the first time. We don't want to have someone good, like someone different, and then have to get Bush again. So you might as well let him run let him do the 8 years, and then you can't do it again.
Yeah.
But then I'm also worried because Trump is hanging out with Kim Jong-un or whatever, and China's president, I forgot his name now, and I'm like, that dude's president for life. Like, Trump will want that. So he want, well, no one can tell me what to do, and I'm like, you can't do that, bro. Like, you can't do that. But whatever.
Oh,
serious. Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Let's be back if we can. It's 12:02 now.
oh wait, is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
I'm not tired, but I'm just like, oh man.
I'm getting there. All right.
Okay.
So to end off, I am enjoying the one job life. I'm not going to enjoy being more poor, but I am enjoying it. My nursing home and rehab place that I work at, we are doing Grease.
Nice.
I have a musical, and it's going up in 2 weeks, and I'm excited. And it's a lot of work. Oh, I sent you the background.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but it's going to either turn out really good or not. But it's the first time that they're ever doing a musical or a play or anything. So I'm happy. My people are enjoying it. So awesome for that.
Who are they? The actors, or
yes,
you guys
yes,
the actors?
Yes. That's. I think that's why it's so nerve-wracking.
Uh-oh.
So me and a coworker, we are looking through a yearbook, and it's a Rydell High 1959 yearbook. And so as we're turning through the pages, we see specific people or things. And I wrote a script for me and her to narrate things. And then I took actual scenes from the movie or the play, and I took them out and like I condensed it. So like the scene where the girls are at the slumber party.
Okay, yeah.
So the one girl's like, hey, Frenchie, throw me a cigarette. You want one, Sandy? No, thanks. I don't smoke. Go on, try it. Like, that's the scene. And then they do Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee. And then we go on to the next thing. And they have the scripts. I hand them the pieces of paper. That way they can do their scene and have the paper in their hand. And then I take them back, and then we sing the song. And there's backgrounds and costumes. So it's exciting. So
well, good for you guys.
Yeah. And it's condensed, and the whole thing is going to take about. We did a run through with lights and sound, and that took 40 minutes. So it'll be around 40 minutes, 35 minutes, because we'll only cut down on the time. So yeah, so that's what I'm up to.
Okay.
And then Joy.
Yeah.
How about you?
What do you mean? What am I doing? Like, what am I up to?
Yeah. What's your thing? What are you looking forward to?
I was looking forward to seeing the movie Us.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to reading these comics that I bought.
Yeah.
And spending time with my baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I'm gonna enjoy spending time with your BB too.
Oh my gosh, stop! But I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully listening to the podcasts and working and saving up money and all that good stuff. So
amen.
Yeah.
Get your taxes in, people. I'm waiting.
Yes, I already paid
Okay.
them. I don't have to worry about it no more. Everything so far is in good standing. One thing that kind of bothered me was without, I guess, giving away too much of where I live, but tolls are just crazy. Like I've been going back and forth between states, and my Easy Pass was like, oh no, okay, like where you going all the time? Like,
could you write that off for taxes because it's not for work, that's for pleasure?
No, it's like on the weekends when I
yeah, so you can't, that doesn't. does
No,
not
if it was for work, I would definitely be like, yes. But no. I just the past couple weekends I've been going back and forth.
Okay.
Oh, but then again, I guess the only thing I am kind of looking forward to is I've been kind of working out again, like walking around and stuff. Yeah.
A 100-year-old lady told me that's what you got to do. Just walk.
Yeah, I've been walking again since the weather is a little better, and my coworkers are also trying to work out and go to the gym and stuff. And I'm like, good job, guys.
Yes. Get those rings.
Yeah, and the watch definitely helps so much. Oh, I put it. Ooh, I'm crazy. I really put it back on this ring. This. Oh God. I was supposed to put it back on this hand, and I put it back on this hand. I wasn't supposed to yet, but
Oh.
yeah. But ooh, I go to the bathroom.
All right. So Miss Joy is going to have to pee. So I'm going to say thank you so much, Rodney, and the new person, Calvin. Subscribe to this channel, and also definitely subscribe to Joy's channel because she actually has better content than my channel.
No, that is a bold-faced lie. I have not uploaded anything in several months.
Her back catalog is better than my. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. She has reactions. She has videos a day for a couple of months, not including right now. She'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Plus the many podcasts that we have in our heads that have not come out yet. This has been Nightcap. We are the bi-weekly web show with the two friends that are unwinding with the topics that make us hot. So subscribe.
Yes, please. Check us out on our many socials.
Yes, chock full of Moxie. And Miss Joy Infinity. Woohoo! All right. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all later.
Yay!
Oh wait, we didn't say our thing.
Oh, konnichiwa. I mean, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yes.
Ohio Zoom.
Oh, Yasumi Nasai.
Oh, Samayasai.
Oh, Yasumi Nasai.
Oklahoma.
Yes. Thank you.
Right? Catch us online.
Yes. Nightcap will be happening.
Cacao talk.
Oh, cacao talk. They had Obama saying it. Oh, bye-bye.
Bye.